There we go. We are live. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So we are live. Hey folks, we are down at the Yaletown Roundhouse right now. So this would be the Roundhouse Community Center. And we're sitting in the old Roundhouse here down in Yaletown. Close that. We don't need that anymore. Welcome, welcome. A few other people coming to the stream. Just to let you know, we're down here at the Yaletown Roundhouse. And we're at the Roundhouse Recreational Community Center. So this is where we are right now. So let's go. Let's get up and let's go. So this used to be an old railway roundhouse. As you can see, the buildings are all circular here. It's a big circle, and then inside here, this would be the old track, and the trains would come in here this way, or the trains would come in there that way, and then this middle section would spin around, and it would send trains in a whole bunch of different directions. Now you got some nice little condos up top and some nice little shops in here. That's what the Roundhouse is now. Hey, you can still see the tracks right here in front of us. Hey Hunter, nice to see you too. Just walking down here out of the Yaletown Roundhouse, or the Roundhouse Community Center, and we're over here on Davie Street in downtown Vancouver. So nice to see you, Hunter, in the stream. This would be Pacific Boulevard ahead of us. So we'll hit the light. Ah, looks like we got the light. And we'll cross. Nice little Mexican restaurant over there called Salsa Agave. Nice little place to go here in the neighborhood. So we just crossed Pacific Boulevard. And this would be Pacific and Davie. And that would be looking down Davie in a southern direction towards False Creek. That would be the start of Davie. Hey Brandon, nice to see you too. Hunter's here as well. And Brandon's saying, hey, what's up? I don't feel like going to work tonight for SkyTrain track maintenance, but I'll go to work. Well, Brandon, I'm pretty sure a lot of people feel the same way. We don't want to go to work, but we gotta go to work. I think that every day I have to go to work. But I'll still do it, and I'll still do a really good job too. I'm sure you'll do the same. Yeah, it sounds like you're doing some night work. I was up at 4 a.m. this morning, so I had to get up at the start of the day and head on in. So yeah, you're just doing the other shift, the full night. And Brandon's saying, I'm having a pot of Maxwell House dark roast coffee. Oh, that sounds like a good solution. I usually have 3 or 4 cups myself of Nescafe. And that gets me going. So we are on Pacific still, folks. And we'll meander on over into Yaletown. Technically we are in Yaletown right now. On the edge of Yaletown. Now that Brandon is talking about Maxwell House, I used to drink quite a bit of Maxwell House. So, they turned me on to Nescafe instant coffee. It's just a little easier to manage. And it tastes alright. And if I want to get really good coffee, I'll just go to one of Vancouver's many different coffee shops. So, this would be the bottom of Helmeken down here. And of course there would be Helmeken right ahead. That would be the starting point after the parking lot. And this is the pathway over. Brandon saying you've done live streams to Kitsilano, Ryan Reynolds' hometown of Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. Yeah? Living by UBC makes it really easy to get on over there. There's the Yaletown Galleria for you. There's a few nice, really good shops in there. They got a nice little electric lettuce shop in there too. Haven't seen Ryan Reynolds though, but I'm pretty sure he's just busy. So this would be Mainland Street here. And we'd be in Yaletown. Yeah, there's lots of different restaurants and shops in here. The fancy restaurants are up here, as some people would say. Hey, you don't need to dress up fancy to get into those restaurants. But if you do want to go to one, it doesn't hurt to get a reservation if you're going on the weekends. I'll keep strolling down here. On mainland in Yaletown. And the plan for the start of this walk is to meander through the downtown and over to the harbor front. So we can take a look at the mountains. And from there we'll check the clock and see if we see where we go from there. Okay? So that's about it. Just trying to laugh and talk over this commercial music behind me. It's good commercial music. The restaurant made a good choice. I always have to deal with copyright issues in YouTube and the algorithm. And the algorithm's not bad. I'm not saying, oh, the algorithm's bad. The algorithm's fine in YouTube. Of course, if I had music, I'd want to protect it too. So, makes total sense. Pretty easy to get around too. So this would be the intersection of Mainland and Nelson. I'll turn here. Ooh, there's a fire engine. Looks like they're going to close shop. Sometimes they head over to the urban fair and park out there. And then they'll go into urban fair and get some coffee and sandwiches at the tail end of their shift. So you see a bunch of firefighters over there. course, the urban fair is over on Davie Street. That's cool. They work hard. So well deserved. So we'll continue on Nelson here. We walk this way on Hamilton. We'll take the path to Smythe Street. Not everybody knows about this path. It's over here on the backside of the Yaletown Park. That should be Yaletown Park. Then if you go up these steps, there's a little walkway over to Smythe Street here. So we'll head up the stream, stand here, or the stairs. It's that time of year again. It's around 14 degrees outside. So it's starting to get cooler. You can definitely start to see some of the trees changing their leaf color. Not all of them though. Nice little chill spot out here. Have a path and such. You can come out here and relax. A little quiet respite in the middle of the city. And up here is Smythe Street. That's also the old path of Hamilton Street there. Then mainland turns into Hamilton as it meets up with its original route. But we're gonna walk this way on Smythe. We're crossing Homer Street and we'll continue on Smythe. Howdy, howdy. A few other people have come on into the stream. Just to let you know, we started over in Yaletown at the Roundhouse Community Center, and we've made our way all the way up to here now on Smythe Street in downtown Vancouver. So there you go. Feel free to chat amongst yourselves on the stream. Brandon and Hunter are both here. A few other people are lurking, which is perfectly fine. If you want to support the channel at any point in time, feel free to hit that $sign during the live stream and you can send me a super thanks. Or actually, I think that's called a super chat. And then if you're watching the recording later, of course, you can hit the heart with the $sign icon and send me a super thanks. And I also take direct donations via Interact, so your ATM card at jforrester@gmail.com. This is Richard Street here. There's Kafka's Coffee here. And Rainbow Park. Hey, John Burke, nice to see you too. Brandon and Hunter are here. Just to let you know. And we'll continue on Smythe here. my street is a mix of businesses, arts, because the Vancouver Symphony Orchestra is along this street, and the Orpheum Theatre right ahead of us, as well as residential. Over here would definitely be more condos and less apartments. And of course, many a condo is open for lease right now. Though many of the leases are probably taken. And we'll turn and we'll walk up Seymour here. Continue to meander into the downtown towards the harbor front. We're heading towards the harbor front, or the mountains, which are at the harbor front. You're heading in a northern direction. Or north. And you can see it's starting to get busier with people as we move further into the core. One of those changing billboard signs. I recently filmed a video on this street. I'm not sure if I posted it yet or if it'll be posted later in a couple days, but I definitely processed it and it's up. So if it's up right now, well, you get to see the street from the other side. But if not, it's coming up soon. So you can keep an eye out for that. I also got to walk in East Vancouver on Collingwood. Prepped, I believe, for Friday. So you can check out the Collingwood neighborhood. We'll cross the street right now. We're crossing Robson Street. And we'll continue on Seymour. Here in downtown Vancouver. Like I was telling Brandon earlier in the stream, I was up at 4 a.m. today, so this is the tail end of my day. Yeah, it's been a rather nice day. There's supposed to be a whole lot of rain in the daytime, but nothing seemed to come. And now that we're moving into the late afternoon, still nothing. Knock on wood, so I'll knock on my thick skull here. See, you can see me knock on my thick skull. It's cool. Howdy, howdy, folks. There we go. We'll keep going along the street here. And we're coming up to Seymour and West Georgia. So it's really going to start picking up right now. Across the street here. Oh, we're going to wait. Not worried if anyone else crosses. That's their business. But for me, I'm gonna wait. So this would be the intersection of Seymour and West Georgia Street. And you can see the walkway there between the parkade and the old Hudson's Bay building that's right here. The Hudson's Bay building. Hudson's Bay is still in there. And of course, that's also the Hudson Mall, so that's also where you'll find Granville Station. Keep walking here. I see a lot of people over here have cards on their belts or around a keychain or something like that, because they either work in the financial sector or they work in IT for the financial sector or any of the other businesses that are around here. So of course Scotiabank's down here at Scotiabank Hall, and HSBC is down here too, two major banks. But there's also major applications like Workday that's down here. Microsoft is over in Gastown, so a lot of different businesses in and around the downtown core. And many of them don't advertise on the outside except for, you know, a small little name tag. So some of these buildings could have like really expensive businesses in there, or affluent businesses, and you wouldn't even know. And other ones will have like startups with pop-up tables and laptops and makeshift screens, so lots of different variety. Oftentimes we'll find the startups taking up the rooms, especially if it's an internet company or, you know, a computer company or a software company. They'll have the startups in buildings where oh wow, chicken biryani. I had some of that a couple days ago. Bay made some at home. Nice to see. You can pick it up over here. Biryani is a really, really tasty treat. Made in South Asia and across the Asian diaspora. And you'll find different varieties of it around the world too. So even like Spanish paella is a lot like biryani. Different, but a lot like biryani. You got the rice and vegetables and the meat all mixed in together. And you find more tropical ones over in other countries like Guyana and stuff. So there you go. So this is the intersection of Howe Street and West Georgia. It's the iPhone store in the background there, well, the Apple store. That would be the Pacific Center Mall. There's a lot of people around me with smiles on their face today. That's good. That's a good sign. We'll continue on West Georgia here. And do a little bit of a loop. And then head on over to the waterfront and see that there's several people out here, tables and chairs. Down here at the Vancouver Art Gallery. Looks like Emily Carr's getting another show in here. It's opening up tomorrow. Very cool. We wanted to introduce Bay to more Emily Carr and Group of 7 artwork, because he's expressed some interest. Showing some Canadian artists. We'll keep walking here on West Georgia. walk over to Broad Street. I'll loop on through Robson Square, and then we'll head back down on our way to the waterfront. So this would be the intersection of West Georgia and Hornby Street. And this would be the HSBC building right here. Well, he definitely made a mistake. He's probably embarrassed himself enough at the truck. And he's got a nice little bike in the back. So dirt bike. I'll keep walking here along West Georgia. We're passing the Fairmont Hotel, Vancouver. Fairmont's hotels being considered affluent hotels. They used to be owned by the CN Railway back in the day. A lot of the Fairmont hotels. Not sure if they're still owned by them, but definitely considered the more costly types of hotels. There are more costly types of hotels here in Vancouver than that, or more affluent. Some of them you won't necessarily find directly on the street. There's a bunch of guys doing a selfie. That was cool. Grabbing a picture of themselves while they're in Vancouver. And maybe we'll walk down Robson Street a little bit too. Mix it up. So we'll head on down here just a little further. Just trying to play it by ear. Just giving everyone who's on the stream an opportunity to see the downtown. Also, we're getting a nice little stream of the office crowd right now after work. And we're just passing 1030 West Georgia, which is the Brewery building. Yeah, it's nice to just get back out. It was raining for a few days, so I had to put on my new shoes instead of my sandals, and I recorded a few walking videos. And of course, the new shoes have new shoe problems. So, got a few blisters on the back of my heels, and I can live stream for a few days. So it's nice to be back out. Kind of stuck at home. That was also a nice little break there, too. Got to rest my legs a bit and heal on up. Now we're back out and good to go. It's nice to be outside instead of stuck inside watching the TV and the current Canadian news cycle. Just ridiculous. And that's all I have to say about that. Just ridiculous. Here's Thurlow Street right here. And I'll turn here at Thurlow. This would be the intersection of Thurlow and West Georgia. And we'll now loop back through Robson Park. And then we'll continue down to the waterfront. Stretch it out for you folks, and also give you an opportunity to see more of the downtown, because you know several people, that's why you're here. And other people are here just to see Vancouver in general, which is also awesome. be heading somewhere else on the weekend. I'll figure out what I want to do, but probably won't be directly in the downtown core. And if it starts or ends in the downtown core, that's just because it starts or ends there. If I head on over to West Vancouver or something like that, happen to take the bus across the Lionsgate Bridge, of course, where would I end up? Back over here. Well, at least we get to start in a place like West Vancouver, maybe North Vancouver, maybe head down the Kingsway into Burnaby. Who knows? I've been wanting to get over to Burnaby Lake as well. So we'll walk down here on Thurlow Street. Joe Forte's restaurant is straight ahead. Don't think there's anyone on the balcony anymore, unless they're having a cigarette. No, we'll see if they still have any patio chairs out and stuff. When this weather comes out, Vancouver does a very good job shutting down their patios very quick. Here's Ehu Lane. And they still got some chairs out just in case it gets to another warm day. Fair enough. It will get back up to 19 or 20 degrees at some point in time. So it doesn't hurt to keep those chairs still out. So this would be Robson and Thurlow, and we'll cross Thurlow, head down Robson. Of course, we'll head down Robson into Robson Square, and then hit up Bramble Street and start taking our tour on over to the harbor front. So, welcome to Robson Street. This is technically in the West End because we're on the other side of Burrard now. This is one of the major retail strips in the city. And this would be the equivalent of, for example, a Yonge Street in Toronto. Much more condensed though. Vancouver is nowhere near as big as Toronto. Nice, good riddance sweater. Like the logo. There's the Sephora staff working hard. We'll keep walking here along Robson Street. Today is a day that people who predominantly work on the weekends will have off. Oftentimes you'll find Vancouver to work on the weekends will have something like a Wednesday, Thursday off, especially if they're running something like a restaurant. Hey John Bieber, nice to see you too. John Burke's here, as well as Brandon and Hunter. Good to see you as well. Just saw your text. Just been negotiating a few people. Good to see you on the stream with John Burke as well as Brandon and Hunter. We're just down here on Robson Street right now. We're heading over to Robson Square. We started over at the Roundhouse Community Center in Yaletown. And this is the tail end of the major tourist season. But we'll still continue to see tourists throughout the winter because there's tourists that come here for the rain because they live in such arid, climates, they want something that's a little cooler and wetter. Not something that Canadians often think about. And then there is a group of Canadians that like to come here when the trees start to change color. They and me would be one of those groups of people if we didn't already live in Vancouver. So definitely something to think about. Oh, there goes the charitable organization people working the strip again. You don't feel obligated to talk to them, but they're nice people and they're just hustling to make money too. So if you want to give them business, you feel free. Most of those go to a good cause. I would just say scrutinize it beforehand, just to be safe and make sure your money goes where you want it to go. This would be Hornby and Robson. And howdy howdy, a few other people have come onto the stream. Nice to see you here as well. I'll be strolling through Robson Square in a few moments once the light changes. Just waiting for the light to change here. Here we go. There we go. I'm hearing a beep and a bump, so I'm just going to put the microphone up closer to my mouth and talk my way through it. So that's why I'll be constantly talking right now, so I can make my way through wherever this commercial music is. I don't even know where it is. I don't even see it. Do we have a singer over here? Looks like we have a singer. Who knows? Oh man, why do you have to do that, man? So anyways, oh my gosh, look at this. Uber bass. Somebody's definitely looking for attention over here, eh? I'll cross the street and continue. John Burke says, I have an uncle that lives in North Vancouver. Cool. I was over there last weekend. Love North Van. We'll keep walking here along the street. I haven't got a message from YouTube, so I think we're good. I think we beat the copyright. If not, YouTube will just turn the money sign off and tell me to fix it. And they'll give me the tools to fix it. And of course, I can remonetize it. So no big deal either way. And just problems with the tools of the trade. This would be the other side of Granville Street here. This is where the Pacific Center Mall would be. The old Nordstrom store here. A lot of people have been pushing for when people are like, what do you think is going to go into the old Nordstrom at the Pacific Center? A lot of people have been like, what we really need is an IKEA. Right here in downtown Vancouver. Right here in the old Nordstrom. Whether that happens, that's a different story. But if we could get an IKEA, oh my gosh, that would make life easy for a lot of people, because of course, you know, it's right here in the hub of the city. It's right here, close to where all the little bus routes and a lot of the bus routes and a lot of the subway trains meet. Because of course you got the Canada line over here at Vancouver City Centre Station, and then just down the street another block you got Granville Station, so that'll take you on the Expo line. So just so much more of a reach. We had a downtown IKEA, just like in Toronto. So IKEA, if you're listening, that is a conversation point Canadians and Vancouverites especially have been talking about. We'll keep walking here, and this would be Granville Street right here. And this is Granville and West Georgia. And just came down West Georgia here. There's the other side of the Hudson Bay for you. I'll put that back down. I'll keep going here. Looks like you got some Uber Eats people working it too. No, thank you. No reason to be rude. She's just out hustling. Aww, that guy wants attention. I'll keep walking here. Big tough guy giving me the middle finger. Oh, big and tough. I'll keep walking here on Granville Street. Oh, that's cool. We'll keep walking here. We're just passing the Take 5 Cafe. Oh, it's still open. Take 5's a nice little place to go on it. Sit down if you happen to be in this area. Nice little respite, especially if the Starbucks another block or two down is really, really busy. You can generally find a place to put down your laptop and do a little work and buy something nice to eat and have a nice coffee and stuff like that. So it's an option. And the Canadian plaid is coming out. I myself am wearing plaid today. So we're now at the intersection of Duns here in Granville. See, it's a nice busy day out here now. You're getting a bit of the office crowd. Some little kid's unhappy right now. Mom's taking care of them. So, Mom's got it, don't worry. See, the kid just quieted down all of a sudden. All Mom had to do was say something nice. That's a good mom. Just passing Holt Renfrew. Holt Renfrew is the northern part of the Pacific Centre Mall. Passing Hungry Guy's Kitchen. Nice little restaurant. Good burritos. And Subway. And most of the Subways here are 24 hours or open at least significantly late. That Subway I thought was 24 hours, but its hours have changed now. Looks like it's only going till 12, except on the weekends where it goes to 1 a.m. in the morning. So, good thing to see. And a lot of the times will change here in Vancouver based on the tourist season as well. Oh my gosh, you can see just how busy it is in here. I got different people here working in the Starbucks. Here's some more. Oops. And just see how busy it is. And the patio as well.
I don't think they have.
We'll tour down this way. Past the tail end of the CF Pacific Center, which is right here. Is it a fire truck? Is it an ambulance? Or is it a police car? And we got an ambulance! And we'll keep walking here. You can see the after hours soup crowds out. Used to be one of those, and then I got an even more technical job. Also used to do a lot of guiding, so done a lot of different things in my life. This will be the intersection of Howe Street and West Pender, and we're just on West Pender. Oh, we'll be going down Howe off of West Pender. So happy I don't have to wear the whole Givity guard anymore. Much more relaxed, and of course when you're heading on out to the many different yard shops and yards and shops and all that other stuff. Of course, it's a little more relaxed atmosphere than a buttoned up shirt and dress pants and a tie and a jacket. That always seemed like a uniform for a peon. To be honest with you. Well paid peon, but still a peon. I'll keep walking here. Up here is West Hastings and Howe. Well, if you are still someone who happens to wear a suit and work at it, well, at least you're working and contributing to the economy, so gotta give you a heads up on that. Those jobs are never actually easy anyway, so. I could say a few things, but to be honest with you, if you're working hard at whatever you're working hard at, you're making money and you're contributing to society, well, awesome. Look, we got several police cars down here, and they're putting up barricades. Some dignitary might be coming through. Haven't heard anything on the news, but this is often what they do. And they're looks like they're prepping up for it. We got one cop car here, another one across the street here, a whole bunch of barricades, and we got another police car, another police car. There's a nice hotel up here, the Pan Pacific, and the Pacific Fairmont's a couple blocks down that way too. So we could be having a dignitary come through. I did catch and film one time there was a dignitary. That was one of the leaders from Turkey, but it was one of the leaders from Turkmenistan, or however you pronounce that country. Beautiful name though. Still a dignitary. We got the whole 9 yards. Red carpet rolled out for him by the VPD, and it's very good. Need to make sure that whenever a dignitary is in the area, if you're responsible for them, to of course try to make their trip as successful as possible. It's a good way to help manage foreign relations, even on the municipal level. Just walking around an interesting person. So this would be the intersection of West Cordova and Howe. And across the street. Not sure if there's a cruise ship in. We'll be able to see in a few minutes. Just up here. There's a nice little Glenn's coffee shop. One of my faves. No, doesn't look like we got a cruise ship here today, but that's okay. There'll be fewer and fewer cruise ships. Days go on. Probably get a few more though before November comes in. Then they pretty much die off. And they come back around March and April. See some of the hotel staff out here taking a break. Part of the Vancouver Harbor for you. There's Canada Place on this side. And of course you got the container yard on the other side there. Very cool. Across the street here. So yeah, it's nice to see the city of Vancouver and the Vancouver Police Department making sure that on a municipal level our city is helping to maintain good foreign relations with other dignitaries when they come to visit here, and that helps promote the good reputation for Vancouver. So, and that should be the responsibility of, you know, any organization, whether you're working at, you know, all the way at the federal level, definitely at the federal level. Gotta make sure that the dignitaries that are coming in are successful in their trips. And if they're not, you just gotta question the value of that leader. But all the way down to the provincial and municipal levels as well. Because all of those are different levels of government have relationships with different countries and stuff like that. So definitely something to think about. Oh well, we do have one. We got one cruise ship in. We got the Seabourn Venture all the way from Nassau, so that's all the way over in the Bahamas on the Atlantic. And we're here on the Pacific. Oh, there's a sea day in there too. We'll see if it takes off. It's that little small white thing there. goes. It's in the air. Looks like it's gonna head on over the mountains. Yeah, it got a pretty good mountain view. Some of the tops are cut off because of the clouds, but hey, you can still nice and clear see some of the trees from the tree lines. So that was very, very cool. Very awesome. Of course, you can see the big bright blue dot right down here, which is the drop. Over here at the west side of the Vancouver Convention Center. I think we'll take a tour this way though. And head on down into the Waterfront Center. And over here's the Fairmont Waterfront. We're just talking about the Fairmont Hotel Vancouver. There's a Fairmont Waterfront, and then down the street over at Thurlow there's the Fairmont Pacific. So there's several different Fairmont video stores in this city. I don't have the fountain on, but you know, at least the courtyard's getting well used. People out enjoying a little bit of the outdoor weather. Definitely good to see. And if it was raining lately, you'd probably still see Vancouver out there. That's the thing. This is the Waterfront Center. There's some shops up top and businesses and a business tower. Here's the business tower. Well, don't think I can show it. I think I'm at too sharp of an angle right now. So sorry folks, thought I had the angle. Yeah, you live and you learn. There's a Tim Hortons just around the corner down here in the courtyard. There's the Tim Hortons. And there's a nice little food court in here. And got a lot of different restaurants. There's another one of the entrances to the Tim Hortons. And you got my favorite, Fat Burger over here. You got beer in there too, that's the great part about it. And for between lunch and dinner time, this is actually fairly well used right now. At lunchtime, this place just fills up so quickly. There'll be lots of lineups at lots of different places. There's the famous walk over there. That's one of my favorites. What I really like is Basha here. This is a really nice little chain of restaurants. We Grill's pretty good too. And Thai Express. You see those in Toronto as well. And of course, here in Vancouver, we do have our fair share of McDonald's. Many of them 24 hours. And this one I don't think is 24 hours though. And of course, Umi Sushi Express, one of many sushi pickup restaurants. I'm gonna just pick something up and take it out. Have some takeaway. And of course, if you like bubble tea, here's Chat Time right here. And the larger international brands of bubble tea. We'll take the underground over to the SkyTrain station. I'll show you how to get there. And you're in Waterfront Center here. You just head on over this way. It's always good to keep an eye out because there's like nice little stores here and there. We got a shoe cobbler over in West Point Grey that does a really good job, and there's a shoe cobbler over here that does a really good job too. So if you ever need like your shoes resold and stuff like that, doesn't hurt to keep an eye out for those places. You can fix where they can fix leather shoes and stuff like that. Really good. The guy over in West Point Grey does sandals and a whole bunch of other stuff too. So, of course, West Point Grey is right next to my neighborhood, which is the greater UBC neighborhood. And 2 clicks and bounce back out. And here we are at Waterfront Station. This would be the expo line. And of course, if you want to support the channel, you can click the $sign right now in the live stream and you can send me a super chat. Or if you're watching the recording, you can hit the heart sign with $1 in it and you can send me a super thanks. You can also send donations direct through Interact at jforestwood@gmail.com. And all those options are available for you. So crowded. And we'll make our way up here and head on over to the Canada line platform. You want to take the West Coast Express? Where's this? Right on over here. I'm going to take you into the Lower Mainland and I believe all the way over to Langley. And of course, Brandon's just a little bit past Langley over in Aldergrove, which is a little sublet or suburb of Langley. Out in the countryside there. And of course, you're seeing a lot of people also come here onto the Lonsdale, off the Lonsdale, on the Lonsdale Quay on a sea bus. Someone could just do like a stop and say, "Hey guys, how's it going? Nice to see you." You could just do a stop and stare like right here. And just keep the camera relatively stable, and I bet it would make a pretty good video for people to watch. Here at the hub. Let's head on over. This weekend will be a long weekend. It's going to be the long weekend for Truth and Reconciliation Day, which is going to be on the 30th. It's a day to remember what the Indigenous communities across Canada have had to go through as Canada was a colonized state, and now we're trying to move towards a post-colonial state. We're nowhere near that yet. Nowhere near that. Excuse me? Thank you. And it's either a day that you can just take off and just relax and stuff like that, and learn a bit more about their lives and how they're trying to make their lives better. And also some of the struggles that they're still going through. Eating dinner at White Spot and pretty good. Definitely sounds pretty good. Very cool. Today. And Tom Young, so we enjoyed ourselves too. Anyways, folks, thanks for coming along. I'm gonna end the live stream now. It's because I'm gonna go home and see my partner. So thanks for coming along. And just remember to share, like, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you later, okay? Have a good day.